Fingerprints in criminal investigation. Hi guys, and welcome to a new episode on the channel. Today we talk about fingerprints in a criminal investigation. So we get started. Now let's say this is my big fat notebook, and I start looking at it and I say, "Hey, today's 50 degrees Celsius." Well, I'm kidding about that. But how about let's say that the photo that I had a fingerprint on it. Well, why am I talking about fingerprints? First of all, fingerprints have been pretty important in criminology for a very long time. But once this guy named Henry Ford went to Japan and he started hitting the ground, and then he found something. And then he saw that it had fingerprints on it. And then he said, "Hey, Charles Darwin." I have to call him Charles Darwin. He said, "Hey, how about we present an idea about fingerprints together?" I think Charles just megged him down, but then he was able to go all the way to and inspired the world to use fingerprints as criminology. And his discovery was that fingerprints can never be changed. There are ways to actually take fingerprints. Well, usually, whenever I try to take fingerprints, I just make a really quick rubbing with a really hard one, scrub it on like ink, and then take tape and boom, you just put it on. Alright, in the olden days, people used ink instead of my method, but nowadays we do have pencils, and I just used this pencil here to just try to get a fingerprint off. But later you'll have to wash your fingers, so be careful. Alright, so just rub it on. And see, you get a bit of a good fingerprint, but just rub all sides. There's a way to make a fingerprint at home. Okay, and now look at here, back up here. Get some tape. Take it off. And start to imprint it. Once you got the imprint, just lay it there for a while. And then, boom, you get your own homemade fingerprint of your own finger. See? Wait a minute, I'm gonna... Alright, so fingerprints are usually one of the best things that I've ever heard. And this is one of my greatest methods to actually do it here. Now, why do they leave out these little rigid patterns, right? Well, the camera doesn't see it well, but still. Alright, so the video got paused, sorry about that. But still, you can see that the fingerprint has these little patterns on here. And these patterns has 3 different types of patterns. They are called loops, whirls, and arches. Why they're named like that is depends on how they look like. And those 3 things are actually the most common types of fingerprints ever found. How you get this onto your fingerprint is that when you sweat, they're not only in your hair. The sweat glands are not only in your hair, but they're also on your fingers, on your whole body. And they actually produce this oil where it allows the fingerprints to be left behind on. So, like if I touch this, I have a fingerprint left on this, which can be found with dust, some sort of dust. And you cannot never ever change your fingerprint. Well, you can't by just making it larger or smaller, but still, you can never ever change a fingerprint directly. The pattern will always be the same. Some people actually try to damage their fingerprints and try to change it. That might happen, but it is really painful, so I will not recommend it. But then later, people can never ever change their fingerprints for now. This is why police officers have a huge advantage in catching criminals. So, I guess this is where I should end this episode right now. But if you were inspired to actually do this and you found out that it does actually work, then please tell me and send me a link of your photo if you actually did make one of these fingerprints. See you in the next episode. Click either of these 2 videos, and I'll see you in the next episode. Shinhan out. Oh, wrong way.